every year comes with a lot of examinations, and with every examination there comes a lot of stories. Every story teaches us something and some learnings, and also some mistakes that we have committed. Now we want to share these success stories with all our participants, all our aspirants, so that they can implement these learnings and also not repeat the same mistakes while their preparation and while taking the examinations. Now, one such success story is being shared by Miss Tanya Jain. So I welcome Tanya Jain. Now, when I'm talking to all of you, I can see the scorecard of Tanya, who has taken MAHCET 2021 examination, and she has scored a wonderful percentile of 97.1789. So congratulations, Tanya, on qualifying for MAHCET examination. It is really great that you have agreed to share your success story with us. And our current aspirants will definitely be able to gain a lot of things out of whatever you will be telling us. So welcome, Tanya.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Tanya, can you please brief our aspirants, our participants about yourself?
Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. I'm Tanya Jain. I'm born and brought up in Delhi. I've done my graduation in 2020, and I've done my bachelor's in computer applications.
All right, Tanya. So Tanya, I am just wondering that you are born and brought up in Delhi. You are a Delhiite. So why did you decide to take this MAHCET examination?
MHCET have many colleges, so just to increase my options, I took the exam.
All right, all right. So just to elaborate on this, dear friends, basically MAHCET examination has 85% reservation for the students who are from Maharashtra domicile. Tanya is not a student who belong to Maharashtra domicile. She is a Delhiite. So it will leave only 15% of the seats for her. But still, she wanted to increase the options for her because MAHCET examination has a lot of wonderful colleges like JBIMS, KJ Sumaya. So this is the reason I think why Tanya decided to take this examination. Wonderful, agreed. Okay, so Tanya, how did you prepare for this exam?
So I started my journey in March 2021.
All right.
I used to make up a preparation plan and try to stick with it. Like,
Okay.
obviously, I couldn't follow it as per it, but yeah, I try to keep up with it.
All right, all right. So was there any specific thing that you implemented with your preparation?
Yes, sir. I made a 3-month strategy. Like, first 3 months, I used to do all my basics. I covered all the basics. And after those 3 months, I gave 3 months for the advanced questions. And after that, I used to give mocks and revise all the concepts I have already done.
Okay, okay. So Tanya, out of all the things that are tested in this examination, did you have some strong areas and weak areas? I believe every student will have these things. So what about
Yes,
your
sir.
strong areas and weak areas?
So my strong areas are verbal and logical reasoning. So yeah,
Oh,
I cope up with that. But my weakest area was quant. So to cope up with quant, I used to practice arithmetic, algebra, and geometry versions.
all right. So why specifically arithmetic, algebra, and geometry questions?
Because a wide variety of questions come from these areas only.
Agreed, agreed. So friends, if you have seen the MHCT examination, or like if you look at any examination which will help you in preparing for MBA entrance test, so you will see that arithmetic, specifically arithmetic, I believe Tanya, you must have also seen this.
Yes, sir.
Specifically, arithmetic is one area which has a lot of weightage, huge weightage in our examination. So Tanya focused on especially these areas because QA was her weak area, weakest point. So basically, Tanya, if I'm not wrong, you basically selected some of the topics and left some of the topics in order to tackle with QA, right?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes, sir.
right, great, wonderful, wonderful. So Tanya, tell us how did you keep yourself motivated during this journey? Because we have lots of ups and downs while preparing for this examination or maybe other examination. So what was something that kept you motivated?
So BYJU'S exam prep played an important role in this
Okay.
because whenever I used to feel demotivated, I used to see preparation tips or strategy videos. which like built some confidence in me. And apart from this, I used to listen a little bit of music or watch a series, so so that I can calm down my mind and start focusing on the studies again.
Nice, nice, nice. So, to all the aspirants, to all the listeners, I must tell that Tanya was one of my students. So, she was one of the students who was taking classes in my batch. And friends, one thing I tell you that at BYJU'S exam prep, you will find a lot of teachers, but all these teachers are great motivators as well. So Tanya is one such example. Tanya can verify this particular fact that she attended a lot of motivation sessions that we delivered on our BYJU'S exam prep app as well as our YouTube channel. Great. So Tanya, if I talk about different elements that we provided you, like about the mock test series, the previous year papers, or the daily quizzes. So what was the role of all these things in your preparation?
So mock tests help me basically to finalize my strategies for the actual exam. We all make mistakes while doing the mock test, and uh, I used to analyze the mistakes so that it should be avoided in the actual exam. And previous year papers help me like figure out the difficulty level of the exam which I'm going to appear. And daily quizzes help me update it on the daily basis. So I used to practice some of the questions on daily quizzes. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So Tanya, if I talk about all these things one by one, like mock tests, previous year papers, and daily quizzes. So talking about mock tests only. So what do you suggest? Like, what should be the right time to start with the mock papers?
Um, there's no such right time. If we feel think that after completing all our syllabus, then we'll get to mock, then it's not at all a good option.
Okay,
We have to start giving mock the day we decide. Like I used to give mocks. I started giving my first mock like when I decided to give the exam,
all
because
right.
I want to know the difficulty level of the exam, so that
Okay,
accordingly I will start preparing for that exam. So I
exactly.
used to give mocks on like weekly basis. For
Mhm.
the first 3 months, I give my mocks on the weekly basis. Then after 3 months, I gave alternative days mocks, and then on the regular basis.
Oh wow, wonderful, wonderful strategy. So this is what I also tell my students, Tanya. You will be surprised that both of us are have like our thinkings matching. So I also advise that like during the initial stages of your preparation, it becomes very important to take mocks in order to understand basically what we are actually targeting. What is our target? So once we set our targets, once we clearly understand our targets, then it gets easy for us to prepare for that particular examination. If I don't know the target, I'll be like moving randomly here and there, and that will not basically be helpful for our preparation. Once, like Tanya mentioned that after 3 months of her preparation, so in the first 3 months, she was taking mocks every week. So once a week, or maybe once in 2 weeks, once in 10 days. Now, after she has finished a considerable amount of her syllabus, then she started taking mock papers every alternate day or every third day, which is a right thing to do. And during the final stages of our preparation, we should be increasing the frequency at which we are taking these mocks in order to build up some speed as well as to understand what mistakes we are committing. Right, great, Tanya. Now, Tanya, like obviously you must have got a lot of mock papers from BYJU'S exam prep side. Still, you practiced some of the previous year papers. Okay, some of the questions from previous year papers. So, what was the reason behind that? Why did you practice previous year papers?
So previous year papers helped me get the difficulty level of the exam. So so that I
Okay.
can prepare accordingly for that exam.
Okay, again, to be realistic, to think about the actual difficulty level, to boost up your confidence, maybe like
Yes, sir.
where are you as far as your preparation is concerned? In order to know all these things, you practice previous year papers. Wonderful. And Tanya, what about the daily quizzes that we used to give you?
So daily quizzes kept me updated throughout my journey, because daily I have new type of questions
Mhm.
So new thinking level.
All right.
Yeah.
Great, great. So friends, this is like one update for all of you that we keep sending daily quizzes to our students, obviously daily quizzes, so it will be on daily basis. And these are some questions, some practice questions which helps students to be updated, to keep them motivated for the revision. Like if I'm sending you one question today and you are unable to solve it, so that means it is the time to start your revision for that particular area. So this was the prime motive of conducting daily quizzes. Great. Okay, so specifically, Tanya, how did BYJU'S exam prep help you in your preparation?
So I've done my entire preparation through BYJU'S exam prep. I
Mhm.
took live lectures and I used to solve PPT questions and give mocks.
Okay, so Tanya, you mentioned that you took live lectures. So, did you used to attend all the lectures in the live format?
No, sir.
So you were not like one of those regular students.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So how did you manage this? Like in case you miss a live lecture, then what happens?
So I used to see the recorded videos because all the lectures are being recorded.
Mhm. Okay, so
So
you used
yeah.
to watch the recorded lectures. Okay. Now, one important thing, I have also like seen a lot of students. So this is one feature that we have at BYJU'S Exam Prep, that if you miss any lecture because of some reason, then you have a facility of attending or looking at those lectures in the recorded format. Okay. But one advice, try to watch these recorded sessions before the next class. Okay,
Yes,
before the
sir.
next class. This is very important. Okay, so all these features of BYJU'S exam prep help Tanya as well. All right. So specifically, what feature of BYJU'S exam prep live course was most useful to you?
So I guess poll feature and live chats because
Okay.
like through live chat I used to clear all my doubts while attending the session, and poll helped me in increasing my speed
All
because
right.
while solving the questions you have a time limit. You have to put in the answers before that time span is over. So it increased my speed.
Okay, great. So friends, just to elaborate on this poll feature. So this is the feature that we have during the live lecture. So obviously, there are lots of practice questions that we solve during the lecture. So once we give a question to the student to solve it, we immediately start a timer and there is a poll having options A, B, C, and D. So in a particular span of time, student will have to record their answer and then it will be evaluated further. So it helps students to basically increase their speed. It also makes the lecture lively because students are participating in this lecture. So students will be alive, I'll say, during the entire lecture. All right, great. Okay, so uh, Tanya, in general, like what strategy did you use in the last 2 weeks before any examination?
So I usually stop doing something new in last 2 weeks. Uh,
Okay.
I revise all the concepts I have done before, and I give mocks and analyze the mocks thoroughly.
Mhm. Okay, so this is the masala for you in the last 2 weeks.
Yes,
Okay, so Tanya, let's say if like obviously you must be taking CAT examination or the other examinations as well. So let's
yes,
say
sir.
if you have any examination today, okay. So what will be the last date on which you will take a mock?
If my exam is today, then 2 days before the
2 days
exam.
before. So you'll not be taking any mock just one day before the examination.
No, sir, never.
All right. So you don't want like any unnecessarily pressure to basically come on you. Great.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So basically, friends, Tanya's strategy was very simple for the last 2 weeks before any examination, and the same strategy can be used by all of you. So in the last 2 weeks, like she mentioned that she did not do anything weird. Now, weird means she did not started anything new in the last 2 weeks. Okay, so whatever she has done up till now, next 2 weeks can be used to do a proper revision, to do proper analysis of the mocks that we have taken, okay, to basically make a list of the mistakes that we commit every time we take a mock, so that we cannot repeat those mistakes in the actual examination. All right, wonderful, Tanya, speaking to you. Uh, like, just to end this conversation, any suggestion would you like to share with the aspirants?
Yes, I would like to suggest all the aspirants to, like, who are studying at night, like, stop studying at night, because all your exams are going to be in the morning. Like, most of them are, and I am personally a night owl. I used to study for my exams at night. Like, from the beginning, I used to study at night. So I suggest all of you to start studying in the morning, and, like, try to build up a routine, because it will actually make a huge difference.
Okay, so Tanya, just to elaborate on this kind of routine like you want our aspirants to make, so can you please throw some more light on this?
Yes, actually, I am a, like, night owl. I used to study at night, and now my exam is on the morning slot. Like, I'm giving CAT this year, so my exam slot is the morning slot. I'm facing so much difficulty now to, like, rebuild my routine.
Okay, okay. So basically, friends, Tanya is saying that you need to maintain a proper body cycle, right?
Yes, sir.
So if during the course of your preparation, you are studying at night and you are sleeping in the day hours, then there is no harm in that. Okay. Basically, you need to spend good amount of time towards your studies. But in the last 15-20 days or a month, when you get your admit cards and you get to know that your CAT slot or your examination is during the day, not at night, then you start facing difficulties, because it is important to focus to build that particular concentration in those hours in which we are taking the examination, right? So if I am habitual of like sleeping during the day when I'll have to actually take this examination, will not help me. All right, so it will not help me in concentrating, because in those hours I'll be very sleepy. So friends, I also recommend, with Tanya, I'll also recommend all of you to change your habits a little bit. Okay, it may take 3 to 4 days or maybe a week or 10 days to change your habits, but start your day a little early, probably at 6:30. That will be ideal thing to do. Otherwise, if you can't do that, you can start your day at 7:30. Okay, and you can start your day by some normal exercise or yoga. You can practice some meditation as well, and these particular things will help you in keeping fresh throughout the day. All right, so that's all from our side. Tanya, thank you very much for being a part of this small story, for sharing this small story or your success story with our aspirants. I am hopeful that all of you will definitely learn a few things from whatever Tanya has shared with us in this wonderful session. Thank you very much, Tanya. All the
Thank
best.
you, sir, for having me.
Yeah, take care. Bye bye.